This is the last straw. Miss Jones, take a letter. Editor of the New York Times. Dear Sir, I've sat idly by and read your political rantings long enough. Your editorial this morning cannot go unchallenged. Integration will never work. If God had intended the races to live together in equality, there would be no black and white. The fact of the matter is we don't want to live next door to them. We don't want them in our schools. We don't want to be their brothers. Integrate, and the next thing you know, they'll be marrying your sisters. Type that up and send it right away.
Yes, sir. Shall I sign it in the usual way?
No. You write the Malcolm and I'll make the X. Our best-selling books, our highest-grossing movies and plays, and our most profitable business enterprises owe their success to a new phenomenon, the all-American fetish.
Well, I will say this, Mr. Magwitch, you just threw us a bit of a curve. You must admit that as far as advertising is concerned, your product has many built-in problems. But we here at Partridge, McKechnie, and Meader welcome a challenge. Right, gentlemen?
Right.
Well, I'm delighted to hear you say that, Mr. McKechnie, but unless my sales pick up immediately, I'll have to go out of business.
Well, we won't let that happen, Mr. Magwitch. The world needs iodine.
I agree, sir. Magwitch and Son have been producing the finest iodine since 1832. Here, have a bottle.
All right, men. There you have it. Product, iodine. Problem, sell. Rick, it's your ball.
Okay, Chief. Product not selling. Reason, consumer resistance. Why? Poison. And let's face it, poison isn't a fun thing. We had to put a little fun into iodine.
I got it. I got the slogan. Double your poison, double your fun.
No, Arnold. Why don't you just check the mail or something, huh? Now, Rick, about your fun angle.
Forget the fun and let's get to it. There's only one thing that's going to sell iodine. Sex!
Now we're off and running! Mr. Magwitch, this is my partner, Buzz Meader, Director of Motivational Research.
I'm very pleased to meet you, Mr. Meader.
Magwitch, sex! What sells cigarettes? Sex! What sells soap? Sex! What sells deodorants?
Statues?
Sexy statues, Mr. Magwitch. Sex sells everything.
But iodine?
When our Mr. Meader says sex sells everything, Mr. Magwitch, you can believe him. Last year, he tripled the sales of Wilson's fertilizer.
Well, how did he ever do that?
Simple. A 2-page spread in Life. Beautiful girl in a bikini fertilizing her lawn. And she says, now all the boys want to sit on my grass.
All right, Mr. Meader, all right. Whatever you say. But where do we start?
We start with that bottle. Look at it. Drab, shapeless, tacky. Gentlemen, what does this bottle say to you?
I get no message, Buzz.
Me either. Says nothing to me.
I got it. I know. It says, in case of swallowing, induce nausea.
Arnold, why don't you go sharpen some pencils?
Gentlemen, the bottle has no sexability. We've got to take iodine out of the bathroom and put it in the bedroom. Bart, you're a bottle man. Take the ball.
Right, Buzz. What do you say to a crystal decanter with a gold atomizer on top?
Touchdown!
But iodine with an atomizer? I never heard of
I got it. I got the slogan. Mommy, mommy, spritz my boo-boo.
Arnold, why don't you empty the ashtrays, huh? All right, Buzz, what next?
The iodine itself. Now look at that dirty brown color. It looks like medicine.
But it is medicine.
Well, who says a good medicine has to be dull?
Right, Rick, right. We changed the color to pink. Passion pink.
You're going to put artificial coloring in my iodine?
Exactly. And we call it the miracle ingredient, sexachlorophyll.
Touchdown and point after!
Hold it, Chief. What about the skull and crossbones on the label? Buzz, how do you make a skull sexy?
You can't. It's got to go.
But, Mr. Meader, the Federal Drug Administration says that the skull and crossbones must be prominently displayed on the label.
Uh-oh, fumble, fumble.
Never mind, never mind. I got it. We tattoo the skull and crossbones on her thigh.
On whose thigh?
The girl on the label.
Who's she?
I don't know. We pick her during National Iodine Week. How do you like that, Mr. Duvalier?
No, Mr. Meader, the name is Magwitch. M-A-G-W-I...
Not anymore, it's Duvalier. Iodine from the house of Duvalier.
Beautiful, Meader, beautiful. That'll sell your iodine, Mr. Duvalier. All right, gentlemen, we're in the final quarter. What we need now is a great slogan for our television campaign. The ball is loose. Go after it.
Beautiful girl in negligee, reclining in her boudoir. Slogan, this is iodine country.
Not quite, Rick.
Beautiful teenager in a negligee, but stacked. She scratches her finger. Slogan, more Duvalier iodine, Mom!
Sounds a little too familiar.
Wait! I got it! Beautiful girl in a negligee changing the tire. Slogan, I dreamt I fixed a flat.
Arnold, why don't you empty the waste baskets?
Gentlemen, one moment, please. I'm afraid I haven't been completely honest with you. Have any of you ever used iodine?
Of course not. That's ridiculous.
Well, then, I must be frank. When you apply iodine to a cut, it hurts. I mean, it really stings.
That's our slogan.
Huh?
Send in Miss Hunter. Mr. Duvalier, Bonnie Hunter is the greatest sex symbol that we've ever used on television. She'll really... Now, Bonnie, dear, come over here. I want you to read this line when I give you the cue. All right, gentlemen, get the picture. Beautiful Bonnie in a negligee getting ready for bed. She scratches her little knee. She reaches for the crystal decanter. Lifts her negligee. Sprays a lovely pink mist of iodine on the affected area. And says...
Oh, it stings.
Let's settle down. Cell number 17, Lenin chapter of the Communist Party of America, will come to order. Comrade Secretary, call the roll.
Comrade Simmons.
Here.
Comrade Taylor.
Here.
Comrade Kransky.
Here.
Comrade Varelli.
Here.
Comrade Ryan.
Here.
Comrade McDowell.
Here.
Comrade Stevens. Comrade Stevens.
He's not here.
Again? All right, meeting adjourned. All right. Hey, fellas, you deal the cards. I make a phone call. Hello, Washington? Put me through to the chief. Hello, J. Edgar? Meader speaking. We had to cancel the cell meeting. Well, what could I do? Our communist didn't show up again. Dealing matters with life and death, it is vital that we first ask ourselves the important question, what is the state of the Union?
Hey, you the guy who called for the ambulance?
Yes, thank goodness you got here so fast. My wife is going to have a baby any minute now.
Don't worry about a thing. We're going to get her to the hospital in no time. Hey, Charlie, Joe, bring out the stretcher. Hey, Charlie, Joe. What do you know? I left in such a hurry, I forgot Charlie and Joe. I tell you what you do, Meg. You just wait right here. I'll run over to the hospital and pick him up. I'll be back in no time.
Hey, wait a minute. There isn't time for that. She's due any minute. Here, I'll open the door. You help her in.
Don't touch that door.
But my wife, we gotta...
Union Rule 1273-B. Only Union stretcher bearers shall be permitted to open ambulance doors.
Then you open the door.
What are you trying to do? Start a jurisdictional dispute?
But my wife's having a baby.
Sorry, buddy, a rule is a rule. You know how Jimmy is about things like that.
Then please, you look the other way, I'll open the door.
Murderer!
Murderer?
Taking the food out of the mouths of innocent little children.
What children?
Joe and Charlie's children. Who's gonna feed them if you take away their daddy's jobs, huh? They work hard for their lousy $10 an hour. It didn't come easy. You know, you just don't open a door just like that, you know. It took them years to learn their craft. What would happen if everybody started opening their own doors? What would happen to Joe and Charlie and 10,000 other guys just like them, huh? Go ahead, open the door. Scab, scab, scab.
Wait a minute, I'm not a scab, I'm a union man myself. Look, here's my card.
Now, let's take a look at that, Mac. American Guild of Variety Artists. Vaughn Meader. Hey, you the comedian?
Yes, but look, my wife...
I got a great joke for you, see? There's this old lady from Jersey, see? And she takes a trip to Paris, France, see? And then all of a sudden, she starts...
Wait a minute, my wife? The baby! Hey, give me a hand, will you?
Oh, I can't, pal, not right now.
Oh, for Pete's sake, why not?
I'm on my coffee break.
I've seen enough. Stop the film.
But Mr. Meader, it's not over yet, sir.
It is as far as I'm concerned. Do you seriously expect my seal of approval on that obscene film?
Obscene, Mr. Meader, don't you realize that
Listen, I've got eyes. Don't you think I know what I'm doing? But tell you what, you cut the bathtub scene, the plane crash, the kissing in the forest, and I'll give you our K-11 rating.
What's that?
Objectionable in part. Suitable for adults over 45, only if accompanied by their parents.
But, sir, without those scenes, there's nothing left of the picture.
Oh, I'm sorry. You leave those scenes in, and I'll be forced to give you the X-28B. That's objectionable throughout and suitable only for registered nurses. Now, if you'll please excuse
please,
me.
sir, wait a minute, please. The least you can do is look at the rest of the picture.
All right, but it's not going to change my mind.
Run it, Joe!
That's all, folks.